Hey guys, welcome to the brush series where I talk about all of my favorite brushes, how I use them, and why I love them so much. If you enjoy this video, please make sure to like it and then subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when new videos like this come out. All right, let's talk round brushes. So these are the three that I use most often. I love round brushes. You should have a couple of them in your arsenal. Round brushes, if you're doing watercolor, is like the go-to brush for florals and botanicals and things along those lines. Round brushes are like a must if you are doing any kind of watercolor, okay? I do use them in a lot of my acrylic and oil paintings as well, but I use them mainly for my watercolors. So let me show you this little guy. I don't know if can you see him okay? There we go, focus. So I made this little guy using, set these other guys down, using this brush right here. That's how big he is compared to the little bird. But do you see that point on this round brush? This is a size 6 round brush. I am able to get that level of detail with just the point on this brush, and this is a watercolor as well. But I'm able to get all that detail in there on that little itty bitty tiny bird with a size 6 round brush that is like, what? A third of the size of him. But that's why I love them, because you can get a really fine amount of detail and you have a lot of paint in here, so you don't need to keep dipping your paint and painting, dipping your paint and painting and going back and forth. You can load up a ton of paint on here and you can go quite a ways before you need to reload. So that's one of the main reasons that I absolutely love this one. Let me, I'm gonna scoot you over just a little bit. So let's talk about this large round brush here. So do you guys see, and I use this a lot for texture and backgrounds too, just so you know, but if you want to get, I mean, I got this one that's like really, I mean, he's like all bent, he's seen some stuff, he's done a lot, he's worked really hard, right? And I love this brush. So if you can see here, see this little flower up here? I am gonna be honest, a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing when I'm painting. Like when I do backgrounds and stuff, I'm like, let me see if this will work, and then it kind of just ends up working most of the time, which is awesome. But that's what I did with this flower here. I just loaded up some white and yellow paint on it, and I was like, I don't know, let me see if I can get a good drip out of here. And so I smushed them down, and I was like, oh, that kind of looks like a flower petal. Okay, let me try it again. And so then I did it with a couple of them, and then it dripped down, and I was like, that looks like a flower, great. So I ended up doing quite a few more on this bear painting, as you can see. And I think it just added, you know, a fun texture. It also, because this bear is so angular, it added some softer, you know, textures and softer things to look at on the painting too. So that's mainly what I've been doing with this large brush lately. Like I said, I also do some background stuff. So if I want to get, you know, a splotch of paint in here or whatever, I can scribble it in with one of these, which is awesome, and I'm not scared of destroying this brush. Brushes are relatively inexpensive. Don't be scared to destroy your brush. So this is a size 12 round brush. But yeah, this is like a go-to, a must-have, a go-to. It also, you can also add texture to things with this. So in the whale that I showed you guys in the last video, he's got a lot of texture and stuff up here. So I used the fan brush for that. I also used that guy to like stab and get a lot of texture with the molding paste in there. And the molding paste that I use is the golden, what is it, light molding paste. So I would get some of this if you're trying to add texture into your stuff. Okay, and then lastly, so that was a size 6, yeah. This one is a size 12 round brush. So if you are doing watercolors like this, I mean, it comes in handy for a lot of stuff too. Like I did the wings on the bees here. Let me get you a little bit closer so you can see. So like the wings on the bees, you can see that they're like, they've got kind of compartments in them. And in order to define those compartments a little bit, I did use this. Actually, I think I went this way with them, yeah. I used this to kind of get the basic shape of, you know, of the different compartments of the wings, which is really nice. But yeah, these round brushes are a must-have, especially if you are using watercolors, but they work very well for acrylics and oils too, to get the definition on that stuff. Like if you can see the whites in this little guy's eyes, that's what I used the very tip of the round brush for as well. So you can get fine detail, or you can do some of the bigger scale stuff with these guys.